according to the Bible. And for my brother, you know you're Israel, let me show you what God requires of you.
That's right.
Romans 10 verse 2.
Teach, dog.
I can come to your sister Shirley. Okay, this is the best time in your life that you'll ever stop. You don't have to go to church tomorrow, sister. You got church right here.
Ready? The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, and verse 12.
Bring it out!
And now, Israel.
So God says, knowing that you are Israel.
That's right.
Listen to this.
What does the Lord thy God require of thee?
So, you're going to work. Your boss have requirements. Your parents give requirements to your children. So God himself, which made all things, says, I have requirements for the nation Israel. I made you for this purpose. I made you with this in mind. Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
God says, I need you to fear. What does it mean to fear? Does it mean when you hear God, you running? No. A parent give instruction to a child and say, if you don't follow it, there will be punishment. What the child should fear is the punishments of the parents. That is what caused the child to walk in obedience. That's what God is saying. What caused us to be obedient is obeying God's instruction. That means to fear God. So whenever you hear the word fear God, that we're talking about fearing the judgments.
To walk in all his ways.
So you do what? You walk in all his ways
And to love him.
and to love him. So the only way we can show we love God is by walking in his ways. And that doesn't mean having a Bible in your hand and say, oh, I walk in the Lord's ways. I went to church and singing some hymns and walk in the Lord's ways. It means what?
And to serve the Lord thy God.
You have to serve him, which is an action word, a verb.
With all thy heart.
With all your heart,
And with all thy
all
soul.
your soul, then walk.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So you got to do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So like mommy can come, granny can come. Mommy can't, granny can't take the Bible, put it in her purse and say, well, I got the commandments of the Lord. God said keep it, so I got it. That's what it means. It means to do it.
That's right.
You have it, you read it, and you're going to apply it. So mommy, granny, what day is today according to the Bible? Bring it out! Saturday.
That's right.
Is that a special day? Some people, but what did God say we should do? Alright. Let me see if we can obey God or man. Give me Acts 5:29. We're going to go straight to Exodus 20. Let me see which one we can follow, mommy. Are you ready to listen? Alright, this is it. Let me see who we should follow. Don't listen to me. Listen to this here.
The book of Acts, chapter 5, and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
We ought to do what?
Obey God rather than men.
That doesn't mean that we don't obey the laws of the land. But God is saying, put me first. So what does the laws of the land say that the day of worship is? Tell me, Granny. Some say. What is it? Alright, let me see what the Lord say. Give me Leviticus 23. Give me Leviticus 23 verse 1 and 2. Let me see what God say. Because guess what?
Bring it out.
We don't see God physically. But everything that recorded, I can show you that scripture, is God's voice. So this is God speaking. We just quoting words. So when you want to hear God's voice, you're going to go to church, pick up the Bible and read.
That's right.
Pick up the Bible and read. Read.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Tell me, which one of this is Jesus on here? Alright, no problem.
speak unto the children of Israel.
Now this here, the whole Bible is about the children of Israel. Did you know that? This book is not for everybody. It is for the children of Israel. That's right. Israel is those here that was brought through the transatlantic slave trade.
That's right.
And most people don't know that. Because we were told that we are Belgians when we were brought here, they carry you Trinidad, they tell you you're Trinidadian, Jamaican. You are renamed. We're the only people on the earth that was renamed because we are the children of Israel.
That's right.
That's right. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation.
So God says concerning the feast. So the Bible is filled with how you should worship, what you should eat, how you should dress, how you should deal with your brother and sister, how you deal with land, etc. It was a nation God had. So these feasts dealing with how we should worship. She said, concerning my feast, and when we hear feast, we think of lots of food. But God says it's a holy gathering. Read on.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
To be what?
Holy convocations.
Now the word convocation means coming together. So God says the feasts are days in which we come together. Like my sister, like over here, there's a gathering on a specific feast day. Let's see which feast day we're gathering on, sister. Nice to have you. Listen, we're dealing with this particular special day that God has. Beautiful.
Even these are my feasts.
Now this is what God's saying, these are my feasts. Now sister, we're dealing with these laws that are given to Israel. We're going to show you who you are just now. Read.
6 days shall work be done.
God says what?
6 days shall work be done.
So the first feast God mentioned in here is the Sabbath. The Sabbath, the first feast, because we were made on which day, mommy? Moms, which day were we made? Which day God created man? There's Bible trivia today. I'm coming to my sister next, and she's like, I look at the way why you come to me, sister. Hello? And since you be straight, guess what? You were made on the 6th day. God made man on the 6th. Beautiful. Beautiful. We were made on the 6th day, and the next day is a beautiful feast day called the Sabbath day. So today, you'll be resting, your foot was up, and God was speaking to us, and God said, remember I made all things. Take a look at this tree. Inhale the beautiful fresh air. All this is for you. So the first thing he mentioned is Sabbath. So let me show you something. Exodus 31 verse 16. Listen, he made the Sabbath given to us. He said, this is why I'm reminding you to remember the Sabbath day.
Bring it out!
Sir, the book of Exodus chapter 31 and verse 16. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations.
Alright, God said, as long as children is being made, you want to keep the Sabbath and remember to honor it
throughout their generations.
throughout your generation.
For a perpetual covenant.
For a perpetual covenant is a covenant God made with us. God signed a contract with the children of Israel and no one else. That is why, guess which commandment is the Sabbath in the 10 Commandments? Sister, which one is the Sabbath? The 4th commandment. So that's what God says.
It is a sign.
It is a what?
It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever.
So you see that there? God said it's so special that keeping the Sabbath is a sign between me and you forever. You see that there? So that is the reason why God gave us the Sabbath. Because it's a sign between us and Him. And He gave it to the children of Israel. Let me show you. Sister, who did these laws give to? Was it to the whole world or for the children of Israel alone? Huh? Alright, for who? For everyone? Psalm 147. Baruch 4. Listen, sister.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Now, in case you might wonder when you said, I never heard Baruch. Now, we have the King James Version, the original one, the 1611 print of all these books. It's called the Apocryphas. Beautiful sister. Guess what?
Hey, that sister right there, she cooking.
That's right. That's right, sister. It was hidden. Because we got it. It ain't hidden anymore. It was hidden. It exposed now. The Catholic Church actually has it in their Bible also. So it's in there. But we have it in our own. This is 1611. You can get it separately. Read it. Listen to it.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 verse 1.
This is sweet word, sister.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
So God says the Bible, the whole Bible, is about instructions, what God like and what He don't like. If God said to do something, it's called a command. Not to do it is called a commandment. So God said the whole book is filled with instructions, commandments, because when you purchase a new vehicle, you have a manual. This is our manual given by God. So read on.
And the law that endure forever.
And the what?
And the law that endure forever.
Don't care as long as time exists. These laws to see anything that man can say not to do. So although man would say tomorrow is the day of worship, God says the law endure forever. are we alive? Are we keeping God's laws? Read on.
But such as leave it
Such that leave it
shall die.
shall what?
Shall die.
So although you're alive, God says spiritually you are dead. Because there's no relationship between you and your God.
That's right.
So let me show you verse 2.
Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob.
So God is saying to Israel, those of the transatlantic slave trade, known today as the so-called Belgians, so-called blacks, and native peoples, God said what?
Turn thee, O Jacob.
Turn. When you get instruction, follow what is right. Read.
And take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof,
Walk in the light.
that thou mayest be illuminated.
Walk in the light that you may be lifted up. So what is the light? Come on, what is the light? Let me show you what the light is. Imagine we're in a dark room and we want to find something. Sister, you're in a dark room, you want to find something. Everything is black as night. You can't see nothing. How are you going to get to the other side of the room? You're going to be feeling your way through. So God says walk in the light. So let me show you what can give you that light to find exactly what is missing in your life. This is what's missing in all our lives. That's the reason why the earth is in chaos today. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
The what?
The commandment is a lamp.
So all we gotta do, the recipe is easy. Start applying the commandments. That is the way we get the light. Read on.
And the law is light.
The law gives light.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word